ముందుగా ప్రియమైన విద్యార్థులకు మరియు వారి తల్లిదండ్రులకు నమస్కారం. నా పేరు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజీలో చైర్మన్. నేను ఈ రోజు 10th క్లాస్ విద్యార్థులను దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని మాట్లాడడం జరుగుతుంది. అది ఏమిటనగా, మనందరికీ తెలుసు, గత 2 సంవత్సరాలుగా కరోనా కారణంగా విద్యార్థులు ఎటువంటి పరీక్షలు రాయకుండానే పై తరగతులు పంపడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫలితంగా ఐఐటి జేఈ మరియు నీట్ లాంటి జాతీయ స్థాయి పరీక్షలను సాధించడం కష్టతరం అవుతుంది. దీనిని అధిగమించడానికి మరియు 10వ తరగతి పరీక్షలో అత్యధిక మార్కులు సాధించడానికి నేను మీ ముందుకు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ద్వారా అనుభవజ్ఞులైన అధ్యాపకులచే ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులు, హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్ మరియు గత ప్రశ్నపత్రాల సమాధానాల విశ్లేషణ ఇవ్వబడును. కాబట్టి నేను విద్యార్థులకు చెప్పదలుచుకున్నది ఏంటంటే, ఈ ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులను మరియు హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్లను క్లాస్ రూమ్లో కూర్చొని చదువుకున్నంత సీరియస్గా చదువుకోవాలను. ఇంకొకటి ఏమిటనగా, ఈ యొక్క క్లాసులు విన్న వెంటనే అర్థం చేసుకొని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయవలను. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం అంటే కేవలం చదవడం కాదు, పేపర్ మీద రాయవలను. అలాగైతే గుర్తుండిపోతుంది. దీంతో పాటు మీ యొక్క నాలెడ్జ్ని పరీక్షించుకున్న కొరకు త్వరలో ప్రీ ఫైనల్ పరీక్షలు కూడా నిర్వహించబడు. ఈ యొక్క అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకోవాలని 10th చదివే విద్యార్థులకు విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నాను.
So the next important topic is the Mendal laws. This Mendal laws was given by the Gregor John Mendal. He himself has given the Mendal laws. So this is also one of the important question asked from many years. Can expect as the 4 mark. Next, Mendal laws. There are 3 laws here: law of dominance, law of segregation, and law of independent assortment. See, this law of dominance and the law of segregation is derived from the monohybrid, and law of independent assortment is taken from the dihybrid cross. Next one, the law of dominance. Okay. This law of dominance has been taken from the monohybrid cross. Basing on monohybrid cross, the law of dominance was given. Monohybrid cross means cross made between 2 individuals basing on only one character. From the word itself we can say this law. Dominance means which expresses. Other one will be the recessive one and suppressive one. So what would be the definition for this? In F1 hybrids, where did we find this law of dominance? I have shown you in the picture also here. What is that? Capital Y, small y. Okay, the Y, capital Y is dominant over the small y. I have shown you, right? The same thing, if you write it in a definition manner, that is completed. So in F1 hybrids or in heterozygous condition, hybrid in the sense heterozygous condition, one gene or allele is dominant over another one is called as law of dominance. Okay. So in heterozygous condition, when one gene or allele is dominant over the other, it is called the law of dominance. From monohybrid cross, this law of dominance was taken. So in representative manner, I given the example of capital Y, small y. This capital Y represents here yellow, allele for the yellow one. The small y represents for the green, but here what happened here? No blending mechanism, no mixing yellow, green, mixed color, like not like that. This Y is dominant. This is Y is dominant. This small y is recessive. Hence what happened? The dominant one is suppressing this one. Okay. So that's why the law of dominance has come. So one allele, so one gene is dominating the another one. Okay, hence we are getting the yellow color. If any mixing like that happened, yellow plus green somewhat other color, okay, it's not like that. Yellow is only expressed. What was the reason behind it is one gene is dominant over the another one. So here it stands for yellow. Here is small y, it represents a green, but instead of mixing, this yellow is only seen in the F1 generation. So in F1 hybrid or heterozygous, as both are dissimilar genes, so heterozygous condition, one gene or one allele is dominant over the other. So hence it is proved as the law of dominance. From which cross it was given means from the monohybrid cross. So the next law is here the law of segregation. So no need to mug up for these definitions. So in your textbook it is somewhat complex manner I have given in a simple sentences. Please you write it down and learn it. So what would be the next law? This next law is the law of segregation. This is also given by the Mendal itself, and basing on which law this was given, the same monohybrid cross only was given. Same thing, definition. So here segregation means separation, okay. S for separation, S for separation here. So write down the definition here. So in F1 hybrid, same thing, in F1 hybrid, that means in heterozygous condition, one gene, one allele is not dependent on the another one. It is separate, it is segregated, and hence we are getting the result, right? So that's why they separated. So each gene is separate. Understood? Each gene or allele is separate, or we can write independent also. That means, that is, they do not blend. They do not blend in any way. They are separated, they are segregated, they are unique, they are independent to each other, individual. These are all the certain synonyms. Okay. So in F1 hybrid, each gene is separated. Okay. So they don't blend. Hence this law of segregation can also be called as law of purity. Law of purity. So can we represent it in diagrammatic manner, ma? So F1 hybrid means capital Y, small y. Again, this is dominant one, the recessive one. So Y is for yellow color. So this small y gene is for the green color. Can you tell what result we got? Again F1 hybrid we got yellow again. So why we are having the yellow color means, here I said, right, in before one what I said, dominance. So this is dominant over this. So what I am telling, if they are dominance, law of dominance. Okay, when it is separated like this, they are individual to each other. So hence they are separated only. Then we are getting the dominance. So when they are separated, they are dominant. So this separation, each one is separate. Okay, each one is separate here. They are not blending like yellow plus green color. It's not blended. So they are separated, individual. They are independent, like purity of gamete. I told you, from any generation they'll be like that. So that's why it's called the segregation. So hence the law of segregation is proved. Okay, is it clear to you? Dominance means one is dominant over the other gene, law of dominance. When they are separated, they don't blend. So from that separation we got the law of segregation. In a simple sentences I have given you, please note it down, write it in your notes, just learn. Okay, definitely you get the marks.
Hello students, myself Sunil Kumar Badal. I have done my BTech from IIT Kanpur. Here at K. Venkanna classes, I teach chemistry. So, right now I know you all are busy with your board exam preparation. But let me ask you a question. Suppose you want to be a cricketer. Who would you choose your coach? A cricketer or a wrestler? Answer is definitely cricketer. So, in the same way here, we are the group of IITians, NITN and doctor. So, if you really want to crack or get a seat into IIT, NIT or any top medical colleges, come here and join us. What are you waiting for? Thank you.
Then last one, third law, that is also given by the Mendal. What would be the law here? So the next third law, what is the third law here? The law of independent assortment. On what basis this law was taken? Basing on which cross? Is the dihybrid cross. Can you write the definition for me? So write the definition here. In dihybrid cross, when in dihybrid cross, what are the characters we take generally? What is the number is? 2 characters. When 2 characters are taken or given, when 2 characters are taken, one is independent, one means here one character, one is independent to another. That means that is the genes or alleles are independently assorted. Assorted means put, have kept there. Okay, we have segregated, we can also see. So from where, which cross? Means dihybrid cross, when 2 pair of characters are taken like this. This is Y denotes for yellow, R for round. These are the color and size of a seed. When crossed with small y, this is green. This is small y is for the wrinkle. Okay. When we do the cross, we get 16 offsprings. Okay. How we are getting the 16 offspring? There are only 2 individuals in F2 generation. We'll get totally 16 offsprings, means 9:3:3:1 is the phenotypic ratio, and the genotypic ratio is also different. So why we are getting the 16 offsprings though we have the 2 only individuals? Here is the answer. So why we are having different variants? Nothing but different variants is because of the this independent assortment. That's why we are getting the phenotype ratio as 9:3:3:1. Okay. So the 9 are the green round, yellow round, yellow wrinkled, green round, green wrinkled. Only one is the green wrinkle. Why we are having these many variants is because of the gametes. The gametes are independently assorted here also. This YY, as though it denotes for yellow, it's not mixed with some other character. This independent character is expressed here. This independent character is also expressed because of these genes. So like that we are having the different offsprings. So here 9 are the yellow round, 3 will be the yellow wrinkled, Again 3 we are having the green round, only 1 we get the green wrinkled. So this yellow is not mixed with the round, each and every one is separated, they are independently assorted here. Yellow round, now means two characters. What I want to say here is these two characters, yellow or the round, yellow wrinkle, they are not mingled here, they are separately assorted. Yellow is different here, one character is different to another character, they won't mix. Yellow round here also you can see the F1 generation we get the all yellow round. In F1 generation what we get, like this we get, this is a heterozygous condition, we get all yellow round. So these two characters are not mixed, their gametes are different, that's why the two characters can be seen in the F1 or F2, F3, they don't mix. Here what I written is the correct. When two characters are taken, one character is, this character is different to another character. So here ends our law of independent assortment.